Halloween just around the corner, I thought I would go over some more overlooked or underappreciated horror titles. So without further ado, here is part 2 of obscure horror games that are actually good. The Suffering is a title released in 2004 for the PS2 and original Xbox. The game was published by Midway and controls in almost a Max Payne-like fashion. The player controls a man named Torque. Torque is sentenced to death row for the murder of his wife and 2 children, in which he claims he blacked out through the entire experience. Torque arrives at Abbott State Penitentiary and is scheduled to be executed. However, once he arrives, an army of dark creatures appearing to represent various execution and torture methods appear out of nowhere and overtake the prison. The game does a good job of messing with the player's senses, with various hallucinations and jump scare occurrences. The game is dark, gory, and fun. Also, the plot is interesting and creepy enough to keep you entertained all the way through. Definitely check this one out. The ironically named Obscure is a survival horror game originally released in 2007 for the PS2 and Wii, then later for the PSP, which is the version I played. Never having played the first Obscure, its sequel is supposed to pick up where the first left off. You play as a variety of college students who are trying to stop a horde of mutated peers from spreading their infection outside of the college campus. This game is the quintessential B-teen horror flick derived in video game form. Obscure is gore-filled, plays well, and is a lot of fun. The plot did little to keep me interested, but the gameplay made up for this, and the PSP version has an awesome co-op feature. If you can get your hands on Obscure 2: The Aftermath, it's definitely worth a play this Halloween.
Desires be spent. Oh, they all want me.
Now, Corey, you bastard.
Call of Cthulhu: Dark Corners of the Earth
It's unlocked.
is a game released in 2005 for the original Xbox, made by Bethesda. The game is really difficult to define because it's one of those genre-bending games that has multiple elements. The first part feels like an investigative thriller. The second stanza feels like a horror stealth game. And in the later parts, the game goes full first-person shooter. The game follows Jack Walters, a detective turned private investigator who is sent on a case to investigate a missing person in the small coastal fishing town of Innsmouth. Right from the beginning, he can tell the town is odd, but soon discovers that all the townspeople are part of a sadistic cult that worships ancient sea gods. Anyone familiar with the works of H.P. Lovecraft will appreciate this game, and those who aren't will still love this fresh take on the suspense genre. Call of Cthulhu is a suspenseful thriller the likes of the best we have ever seen. If you're looking for something different yet still creepy to play this Halloween, this is the game for you.
Good God, what the hell is all this? Oh shit!